Welcome to Mr. Henri Ahola from European School, who participates in the competition for the 5th consecutive year now. This year, Henri will defend his DolorX Standard, a minimal effort system for transferring rich information about chronic pain from a patient to a medical doctor. Good luck, Henri.
Hello. Good morning. I am Henri, and I'm here to talk about my project DolorX, which stands for Dollar Extended. So starting with the idea of what this DolorX is, well, it is an extension of my last year's project, Dolor, and so it follows the same principle. This principle aims to answer the question how to allow children and the elderly to convey their chronic pain experience to a medical doctor. Since it is the children and the elderly that we are talking about, such a system needs to be as effortless as possible, at least from the user's point of view. It could be, for example, done with this sort of pain scale that you see on the screen. Then, this in itself is not enough. The data also needs to be transferred to a medical doctor. That too needs to be automatic, as it cannot rely on the user's technical knowledge. Such a system would be easy enough for anyone to use, and this is exactly what Dolor and DolorX aim to do. Let's look at the difference between the old Dolor and this new improved DolorX. So, medical professionals were consulted about or for improvement ideas on the original project. It was found to be a very good and welcome idea, but it was also found to collect insufficient data. This is because the time of the pain alone does not explain fully the source of it. And if you want to really understand it, you would need to collect more variables. This is exactly where DolorX comes in. So DolorX implements various different improvement ideas. The important one here is the change of the wearable device into a proper Fitbit Sense smartwatch. This means that it is an off-the-shelf wearable device that is accessible to pretty much anyone. It can also be guaranteed to be safe and secure, as well as comfortable for continuous use. These two factors could not be guaranteed with the original hardware, however, now they can. Then, DolorX also collects various other pieces of information in addition to just the pain level and how much it disturbs the user. These include heart rate, physical activity, that is the number of steps walked, sleep information, as well as the time that pain medication was taken. The first three here are automatically collected by the watch. That is another benefit of using the Fitbit Sense smartwatch. So this is the setup that was then used in the project. As already mentioned, the wearable device is a Fitbit Sense smartwatch. The mobile device is any iOS or Android tablet or device instead of just a specific Android device as it was with the previous version. This is because it only relies on the Fitbit application that then runs the companion app. Then the server is pretty much the same as it was with the original Dolor system. That is a virtual private server. On the software side of things, the watch interface, the mobile app, which again is the companion app that runs underneath the Fitbit application, and the doctor's interface were written in the web development languages HTML and JavaScript. Then the server, which again is pretty much the same as it was before, was written in Python. Okay. So this is the system architecture of the DolorX system. So let's start with the lower right corner of the image. So the user uses the Fitbit Sense to record their pain experience, that is the pain intensity and how much it disturbs them. The watch then automatically collects the other factors that I mentioned, and it bundles these up into a package. This package is sent over to the mobile device that runs the DolorX companion application. The companion application forwards these over the internet to a web server that stores them in a database. Then the medical doctor can access this data through a web interface that is also available through that web server. Let's look at that doctor's interface in more detail now. This is a screenshot from the interface with quite a lot of data visible, as you can see. The amount of data is not a surprise, though, as DolorX was designed to collect a lot more information. Also, Dolor and DolorX are designed to be systems that produce data rather than consume it. Let's look at the individual bits of information here in more detail. So, probably the most important feature here is the actual pain levels. These are these colored circles with the number in them and their height representing the intensity of the pain, and their color, how much it disturbs the user. Green for a little, red for a lot. Then the heart rate is represented as a line graph of these red small points. The number of steps walked is this other line graph that consists of these walking icons. Then the pain medication is represented as the small pill icons at the bottom of the graph. Then at the top, where the controls are located, the time range can be adjusted of what the interface displays. Live mode can be enabled, in which the system will display the past 5 minutes in real time. Data can be also imported and exported in case there's another instance of the DolorX system that data needs to be transferred between, or if there's an external medical system for further analysis of the data. And there's also a button for generating a summary of the data. However, this feature is not yet implemented because it would require further consultation of a medical specialist to know what the features are that should be sort of picked out for the summary generation. Technically, it could be done with machine learning-based algorithm, but again, the details would require some discussion. So, thank you very much for listening.